Good Friday morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? We are out in the big shop today. We needed a day off. It's been one heck of a week. But I had my hours in yesterday, and I just said I need a break. So that's corporate America. Like I said, it was not a good week at all. But the one thing I can take from it, on a positive note, it goes back to the things that my grandfather always said, and that is, he taught us good character, and he taught us to be very honorable, and he taught us to be very honest if there's something you like or there's something you dislike, or if somebody has done something, to question it. And he was 100% right. 100% right. That man was dead nuts, because you definitely learn who you're dealing with, and who you can really rely on as a co-worker, or somebody that is going to have the same fight for a certain topic, that is going to make things go forward. And that's part of being a team, right? You have to know that everybody that is playing for the team is on that team to make the projects or the race car or whatever the thing is to go forward. And we definitely, in this day and age, we've lost a lot of the forward thinkers. There's days where I really think that I'm on an island by myself, because nobody seems to have any kind of ramification of common sense or forward thought. I've said this a million times too. If I could bag up common sense and sell it, I'd be a freaking millionaire. So with that being said, let's get through this intro. Let's get into today's video, explain what we're doing, and we'll see you in a little bit. Be right back. Alrighty, so what are we going to talk about today, since we got out of that intro there? So today, like I said, we come out here, we're going to get some A-body therapy. I want to get some stuff done on my cars, and we're going to probably bring back Functional Fridays, or maybe I'll change the name of it. I don't really know, but I want to kind of create something for Fridays for my channel. So I'm going to mull it over. I'm sure somebody who's going to leave me some comments too. I got to say this. I got some of the best viewers that watch my stuff. I've met quite a few. I have not met nowhere near all of the people. But some of the comments, some of the messages I get, the friend requests that I get from Facebook has just been really cool. And then I've gotten to meet some of the guys. Hopefully we're going to meet a lot more, depending on who's all going to make it down to like Acme. There's a couple other model shows that my buddy JR had sent me over this week, and I think I'm going to try and go to them as well. That's going to be a lot of fun too. So I do need to say and give out a shout out for my buddy Kenny over at K-Dog's Model Garage. My buddy Kenny's in the hospital. He is fighting pneumonia. He's got it in his chest. I would just love if everybody would send a prayer out to Kenny. Go over and check out his channel. Kenny is a great guy. I am very honored to be friends with him now. We've been kind of talking now for probably almost 10 to 11 months here. And just a very passionate man. Loves his Mopar stuff just like me. Loves his slot car racing just like me. Really cool. I definitely want to meet that man in person. So if you can, show him a little love, send him a prayer, go watch some of his videos, comment in there, tell him prayers, and let's hope that Kenny gets back to the bench where he belongs. He belongs back at his bench. having a good time, and building those A-bodies. So prayers to you, Kenny. This video also, I'm gonna go, and I've got some other videos here. We're just gonna plop them all together so that it's condensed in a shorter period of time on the sprint car build to see where we're at on that. And that is getting really, really close. And I'll talk about that. You'll hear some stuff about that. Another question that I want to say is an answer here. Answer is going to be, some people have reached out to me wondering if I have any information on what's going on with Revell and Autoworld. If I say what I think is going on, that's just me spreading more rumors. So from what I've heard from some people that I consider to be a lot more in depth with the modeling business side and community, is that Revell has been making some business organizational changes on how they were going to do business, basically, in a nutshell. A lot of us seen this last year when Michael's Arts and Crafts closed out all the Revell stuff. They got rid of every bit of it, and they closed it out cheap, and a lot of us were buying kits for 15 bucks. There's definitely, could it affect Hobby Lobby? It could. Because Hobby Lobby has a mixture of AMT, Revell, MPC, and now you're starting to see the Atlantis stuff come in. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. It's all going to depend on who's the suppliers or the buyers that is working with Revell. Now, Revell has sold off more of their tooling. Whether it's due to old age or they just don't want to produce those kits, I don't know. I know there was a lot of tooling that was up for sale, and I even believe, and I could be wrong, and if Luca's watching this, he'll correct me, is that J.R. Salvino has bought more tooling, I think on the NASCAR side of stuff, from Revell. Again, I don't know if a lot of that's facts, but you could tell that the business, I've watched these trends, and I've seen this happen with many things in the last 20 years. Things change, corporates change. Revell is obviously restructuring. Whether or not they're only going to work with certain distributors or vendors, I don't know. I did notice, this goes a ways back, that Autoworld was not restocking Revell kits as much. I've been kind of watching it for the last 6 months, and a lot of that stuff has kind of been sketchy, in and out of stock. And then Friday, when the codes came through for Father's Day codes for Autoworld, I looked, when you select by manufacturer, Revell was darkened out, and you can click on the page is still there, but then all the kits were out of stock. So this could be just a little gap as things shift, and who Autoworld has to negotiate new pricing or point of contact. I don't know, but this is part of it. So is there a possibility that Revell could be completely gone from Autoworld? It's a possibility. Same with Hobby Lobby. But nonetheless, either way, business is business, and there's always going to be model kits to build. So whoever the manufacturers are is going to be those manufacturers. There's lots of kits that we can't, I shouldn't say we can't get, that our hobby shops don't carry, but we can still get from people like Plaza Japan and stuff like that. So you're just going to have to pay to ship it. That's all there is to it. So whatever's going on with Revell is above my pay grade. And if I say anything more what I know, that's just me spreading rumors. I'm just giving you my point of view of what possibly could be going on there, just from the hearsay that I've heard. But this is part of business, and these decisions get made all the time. So we're going to walk over to the model shop, and we will upload those videos into this guy, and we will let you have at it. and then we'll see what we're going to do for a closing video here. So see you in a little bit, and there's a possibility that we'll have another video later tonight when we're actually out there, or we'll be live, depending on if anybody's going to go live tonight. So we'll play it by ear. Alrighty, so we got our pizza box from Josh Reese, and it's always cool. You just never know what you're gonna get. He does a really good job of packing up these parts so that they make it here from shipping. Looks like we've got another transmission here, another manual. Really cool. See that? His parts are so nice. And I think that it's probably for this guy right here, which this looks really cool. Look at the camshaft in this overhead six banger. There's the block. Some really nice detailed parts in this thing. I mean, they're really nice parts. Turbocharged. Yep, look at that. Chevy 250 stock turbocharged engine kit. Really cool. These are brand new for Josh to put on the website, and we have something to put this in. So that's gonna be cool. The one that I'm restoring, which was a pre-built kit, the 51 Chevy, has a six banger in it. Well, let's up the game and we'll put this six banger in there. This is perfect timing, so we're going to use that. What do we got here? Titan scoops for 4-barrel carburetors. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. Actually, there's like 3 different sizes in there. So I'm going to have to go place an order so I have an idea to do multiples on a car. But I want to do them all the same size, so I'm going to order more of these. I probably will order another one of these motors too, because I have a couple builds in mind. Ooh, these are nice. These here, if you're into 1-to-1, you'll know that Edelbrock released a few years back, they released their own version of a Holley carburetor. And it is a really, really nice carburetor. If you see it up and close, better than the Holleys. And what this is the Edelbrock 750 race carb. These carbs are beautiful carbs from Edelbrock. And these ones here from Josh are really nice. They do a really good job of looking like the real ones. So good job, Josh. These are awesome little prizes that we got here. Go over there, check out VCG Resins. Make sure you use the AMC Live code. You'll see that in the intro. You'll save 13% when you use that code. We do not get any kind of money from Josh to do that. So Josh increased our discount code this year. Because he said last year a lot of people were using it, so we would like to keep that going. So if you're looking for top-notch quality 3D printed parts, VCG Resins is your man. He is a great guy. Also, what I got here, this is the Display Orbital Electric Drill. This is something that is new for them, and I figured, what the heck, let's get one. Let's see what it's like. Especially if it's as small as I'm thinking it is. It'd be kind of nice to have a littler drill that's more handheld for just having the main bit that I use instead of a pin vise for like pinning parts. So yeah, what do you know, right? You never know what you're gonna get. So this thing is really small. Look at that thing. It is just, compared to my hand, that's pretty small. I'm looking forward to trying this thing, seeing what it's got. I think this top one is your lock. It's got the nice little collet in there. I took the nut off. So just like your Dremel, you got a little collet in there. You got to use the spay style drill bits. You get them all over the place. Amazon's got them, and you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. The drill bits with all the colored rings on there. They'll work. This thing will work great for that, and it's nice and small. So, alrighty. So let's show you where we're at right now. So as you can see here, we've got this thing sitting on our wheels. Kind of getting her a little bit mocked up, but we still got a lot of parts here to add before we can do any kind of caster, camber, toe in settings, ride height settings, any of that stuff. But she's together. There's a few things that I'm going to kind of address that I'm not kind of happy with, but we will deal with that when we get there. Right now, I need to get more weight in this thing and to represent curb weight, basically, so that I can set the ride height. And once the ride height is set, then I can set all my camber, toe in, all that stuff, can do that. So hopefully the servo will be here today, and we're going to steal a motor. I thought I was going to have to buy a motor right away, but I forgot that I had a motor over here that is in this late model. So we pulled the late model down, and we're going to peel the motor out of this late model. This motor here is something that I'd rather put in there to kind of work the bugs out of it. You can see it through the window there. So we're going to stick that motor in the sprint car to work some of the chassis bugs out of it. And then we'll start looking into what motors we're gonna go to. A lot has changed since I've last ran Dirt Oval, and so I want to go to a different, probably manufacturer is what I'm looking at for motors. Like I said, a lot has changed. Manufacturers have changed, and I want to pick something that I think is gonna provide the power that I want, and also the parts and pieces will be readily available if I need to buy another one or wreck stuff. So anyhow, I think that's going to do it for this. I'm going to probably chop this video up to make it shorter, just because it's extremely long right now. I think we've got 45 minutes worth of video here, so I'm just going to condense this thing down, and I'll show you, and then we'll get into more details on painting the body at a later date. So see you all later on this update, and I don't know what video we're going to drop this in, but we'll drop it in one of them. So see you all later. Bye-bye. Alrighty, let's flip we go. Yeah, so we're going to just close this thing out. Again, thanks to everybody that subscribes to this channel. I really, really appreciate that. All the people that I've interacted with have been just phenomenal people. I couldn't ask for better viewers, better people that are leaving me comments, people that are asking me questions, people that are participating in the group builds. Remember, we're doing the drag and drive group build, and we are also doing the zombie group build. So far it's a lot of fun. There's 4 people that have drag and drive stuff done, or drag week, or whatever you want to call it, because it's just the whole concept of the build is that you're taking your hot rod and you're driving it to every event, and you got to have either a support trailer or a buddy rack off of your trailer hitch, or some guys have even put like luggage racks on their hot rods on the one-to-one stuff, and they put all their tires and stuff up there too. So the main thing is the creativity of it, and it's just another different genre of a model car that you can build that represents real one-to-one stuff. So I got a feeling there's going to be some more, and I'm very excited for that. Like I said, I want all the pictures of your build so that I can do a slideshow right around Christmas time, and then we will probably announce the builds for next year around that time as well. So thank you to everybody that's participated. Thank you to a few people that have reached out and asked questions about the zombie build. That's a lot of fun. And I also got a cool friend request from a gentleman up in Alaska, and he sent me a ton of pictures of his builds. And I'm going to, with his permission, I'm going to do a slideshow video of his amazing builds. So expect to see that very soon as well. You're going to love it. The builds are really phenomenal. And he gave me a really nice description of his life story and how long he's been building. And what he has to work with is just truly amazing. I mean, where he's at, there's not a lot of hobby shops. So you're kind of limited on what you've got for supplies. And his builds are phenomenal. So we'll do a proper introduction for him and show you all of his builds. You're going to love them. Trust me, I love them. And you're going to love them as well. So we'll see you on the next one, everybody. And hopefully everybody's having a good Friday. And hopefully everybody is safe from the storms. So we'll see what we get here in the next day or so, or evening. It's starting to look a little gray out there. So bye-bye, everybody. Peace out.